Yo, what's up guys? It's Yellowfin, and I'm going to be joining the Rain at the Raceway event. So, the requirement is 5 times Citroën or Infinity, and it's for a carbon fiber, and that is not my hand, that is my club's hand I was just using. I actually have a rather solid hand which I'm using. So, this is what I'm going to be running. My only weak aspect is the Citroën Lancia Activa V6, but it shouldn't lose too many points because then I'll also be gaining a ton of points from the Citroën GT, because if you look at it, 4 of the tracks are rain, one of which is dry, and usually the dry is a drag. And the only drag car really that is here is the GT, because the BX4TC has no top speed, and it's also another prize car, and then the Q60 is also a prize car too. So really, I'm going to be getting so many bonus points from the Citroën GT, I actually think I have a really solid hand, plus then also having 3 solid Infinities, the G37, the G35, and then I also have the Citroën Metropolis. So Lancia I'm not too worried about, and it's actually a pretty decent car at not losing too many points, because it has decent all-around stats for every area. So, here we go, let's enter. So, this is what I mean now. There's a fast circuit, and then all the rest, this is really the only tracks that I'm sort of weak on, is because of that fast circuit. Now, I'll probably put this on fast circuit, I'll put this on something like slalom, just so I don't lose too much. You'll probably go on something also where you can use your 4-wheel drive, and then you'll go on a twisty circuit or something like that. And that's probably where I'll be using all these cars. So now this is what I mean. The Citroën GT is just going to fly away from all the competition, besides if there's another Citroën GT. Like, see, that's 134 points, and that's against one of the top tier epics that you can use. Which is why I have a feeling I could do actually really good in this event. Plus, people don't have good Citroën or Infinity hands. They're not really the cars that people keep or like specialize in. Usually the only really good car is the C2R2 Max, but I think my Lancia is only going to lose. Yeah, it is going to lose. I thought it might win. It was in the lead for a bit, but it's only going to lose by 50 to the C2R2, which is what it's meant to do. Its job is to lose only by a tiny bit. G35 is one I've had maxed out for a while. Actually owned it for 370 days, 1,300 races. That's its 1,300th race, 74% win ratio, which is pretty good for a car that barely any people have maxed out. It's one I maxed out in the beginning to have a standard tire car, and I also just like the car in general. And then Citroën Metropolis will also be very useful because it's one of the keepers that a lot of people want. So, in 8th already, which is pretty nice. I definitely have a chance for the ceramic pack, I know that, but I want to get into the top ranks. So let's see if we do end up seeing any more Citroën GTs. So, also Tokyo Drag right there, dropping him. Car Park, I'll probably put the Lancia just so I don't lose too much because of my slow 0 to 60 and bad handling. Then Hairpin Road, Tokyo Bridge. Tokyo Loop will probably put you. Tokyo Bridge will be you, and Hairpin Road will put you. Because I want the 4-wheel drive on the Citroën Metropolis to actually be useful, because the Citroën Metropolis has no MRA. So, G37s should win here, because all these cars don't really have MRA. The Epics, some of the Epics do have decent MRA, but my Epic that I have doesn't have good MRA, and it has worse stats than all my other cars. Only reason I have the Epic Infinity I have is just because I've had it from the very beginning, and it has a Fusion engine from a standard tire event I needed to put a Fusion engine for, which was one of those Alfa Romeo, like the Alfa Romeo S1, I think, prize car. It's the red one, so whatever one the red one is the car that I had to put a fuse into it for. And so it's not really that great though when not maxed out. So Tokyo Drag, I'm guessing like 200 points right here. 176. Okay, like that's literally 3 wins plus bonus on top of that. That just gave me a 3-star. So this should be a pretty fun event as long as I don't have too many people that have a Citroën GT. Okay, so far I haven't seen one. Still not one. Okay, there's our first one, but he put it on twisty circuit for some reason. There's our second, and there's our third. So we do have 3, and that guy has so many. These two both have crazy large amounts of trophies. But they both didn't put it on the 1-mile drag, which is kind of odd. That's also a max G35. Is that? Yeah, and that's 332. That's a little bit of an odd spec to have on your Citroën. But, okay, let's just go for this guy, though. So, it does seem, though, like I do have a rather decent hand, though. Like, even against it. So, probably shouldn't even be that bad. Then we'll probably put you like that, you like that. You can go on the twisty circuit dry, and you can go on Tokyo Bridge. Because dry twisty circuit shouldn't even be an issue too bad for you anyway. Yep, only 90 points lost against the C2R2 Max, which is probably the best dry car you can use. Now I wonder if the Metropolis can win here. Okay, it actually does with the 4-wheel drive standard. That's pretty nice to know, because the G37 is one of the probably the other good slalom test option. I wonder if my G35 then can win here, because it does look like we have better MRA, but it's just the 4-wheel drive helps the Metropolis so much. And then the GT will just fly away. Yep, 169 points right there. So Citroën GT just flew away from the competition, and even if I lose here, I still will be getting enough points from the Citroën GT, but my Infiniti G37 will pull off the win. So there we go, 50 more points, that's another win, 1 star. Now, I just wonder if there will be, we only have 19 people in this bracket, and we have 2 crazy high trophy people, both in the 100Ks. Now, they put it on hill climb, so like this is the only issue then, where then they have it on a hill climb, where then I have to use my Citroën GT on a hill climb. But I wonder if I'd be able to beat him. Probably not him, because he has the Metropolis. But I could beat that with my Xantia. That would be a tie against theirs. And then I just have to figure out 4689 could win that. And then it would all just come down to if my Metropolis could win on the hairpin road. I kind of want to test it. Like, I kind of want to see. Does theirs have a hidden fuse in it? No, theirs isn't even fully upgraded. Oh, yeah, I'm going for it now. If I can take a free win, then I'll take a free win, especially against the guy with 171k trophies. So, hopefully the Xantia doesn't let me down. Twisty Circuit, hopefully my other car doesn't let me down, and that'll do that and that. So, let's see. We are getting a win from the hill climb, but let's see what else we can do. So, G37 does have better MRA, but I'm pretty sure the Q70 has... I mean, not the G37 doesn't have better MRA, but we do have 2 better handling and a 0.1 second faster 0 to 60. So as long as they don't get too close on that straight, which they didn't, come on, hold it together. Yep, the G37 held it together. So this shouldn't be a loss by too much, because the G35, I know from owner's experience, doesn't have any MRA either. So my G35 should be able to keep up with it, only lost by 50. Yep. And that's a 332 drag spec G35 as well. So let's see if the Metropolis can win now. We do have the 4-wheel drive, which is helping us accelerate off of the corners. So it looks like we are catching the win there too. And then let's also see if the Xantia can beat the other Xantia. Because we had the Xantia Activa V6. So we got the V6 engine. I have no clue what's in the VSX because I'm not a Citroën guy. But yeah, there we go. That's another win. And then we should win this hill climb because theirs is 3-2-3. Yeah, that's what theirs is. And mine is a 3-3-3. So there we go. We beat the guy with 171k trophies. Maybe we can try and go for him again, because that would be good. So yeah, it's the same track set. Yeah, so let's go for it again, because this guy's probably going to be one that will hit us pretty hard. So the quicker we'll be able to beat him is the better. Plus, actually, I can beat him on all track sets now, because I know my Xantia wins there, my Metropolis can beat the G37, my G37 can beat their Q70. So even if they do put the final upgrade into their Citroën GT, I will only be losing 2 races against them, which will be to their epic G35 right here, and then I'll be tying with the GTs. So it's either I'll be tying, if on some track sets I tie with them, or I'll be winning. So that's actually pretty good. My 8,000 trophy hand is actually able to compete with the 170,000 trophy hand, which is pretty nice, especially for being such different like capacities of garages, like such far away realms from them. Like they're a player that's like one of the top tier players of all time, and I mean probably that's just based on their trophies though. I actually don't know what their garage is, but just based on their trophies, when you see people with like over 100k trophies, they usually have like crazy garages. But yeah, we're 5-0 right now. Carbon fiber is looking pretty promising. We only do have 20 people in the bracket though, but I feel like we're not going to have 80 more people join that have a Citroën GT. So I'm feeling pretty confident about this. I can definitely get the ceramic pack, but I do want to go for the carbon fiber. Usually I'm actually never able to do good on these carbon fiber events, and for such a odd group of manufacturer, I'm actually able to compete for it. Like I've had much other ones. I mean, I've had lots of other ones where I've had such better like groups and hands for stuff, but this one is actually my best shot at actually getting a carbon fiber, which is pretty surprising. So that's going to conclude this video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this type of content, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that cool stuff. We got tons of new cool content coming up. I have so many video ideas that are going to be coming up soon. Almost done with school, and I'm about to go into summer because for some reason I got a long school and a short summer. But then I'll be having tons of content being cranked out, so definitely hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, and I guess goodbye.